I'm here. Um, so I am here to do some justice for all. So let me check my camera, make sure it's on correctly, because it looks like it's dipping in and out of light and dark. Of course, it's nighttime that I'm here, just coming on. You know, I gotta check my microphones, because I always forget to check them and see if they're on. No, they're not. I hope you can without them. Yeah, so, okay. I'm bringing together, like I said before, I'm putting together a formula. Sort of what I'm doing is piecing together all the pieces of the puzzle that I have in me, or where, whatever, as to see the whole, as I have put together the puzzle. I'm working on putting small, little, tiny pieces where I would have a big piece of that, so I can make the puzzle smaller, so that when I'm bringing it to you, it's small enough for you to that and swallow it, like a pill, maybe. Okay, so I'm putting it into the red and the blue pill, yes, capsule, but so that when I give it, you get, you don't really need water to swallow it, okay? So, and that's not easy to do for me. I don't know how easy it would be for anyone that works with these channels like that, unless they've been in it for a while. And once I've been here long enough to find all of the strategies of putting the puzzle together and piecing it in one way or another, to like a map maker. I do have a map maker in the soul group, and she's good at making maps. So she don't make one of her own, but she's good at giving other people the map. But then I can't seem to get her stable enough, to come along, with the trip. You have to know in order to see, in order to believe. In my way, saying you have to know in order to see, in order to believe. But some people, I think some believe before they know. You know what I'm saying? And before they see. They may see a little peep, and then they think they see it all. But you don't. You don't see it all until you make that shift. You got to completely shift from one energy, which is baseline, into crystalline. And that shift is not easy done, as it is said. But during that shift, you're coming out from a 3D mentality, thinking, world, reality, anything that forms you in a tunnel vision, that's 3D. Anything that appears to be real when it's not, that's 3D. Anything that speaks only on the certain terms of life that deals with this natural material realm, that's 3D. When you get up in the 4D, you're dealing with both sides. You're merging them, though. You're merging material, and you're merging the 4D, which is the spirit. So because there's purgatory, remember? Right. So purgatory, you bring in hell and heaven together on the same planet, which they always were, but they've been divided. What as above, so below. Keep that in mind. So are they divided there, so are they divided here, so they come together there, so they would come together here. All going to be the same. However, there's only just a thin little veil between the living and the dead anyway, or the hell and the heaven. It's not big. A veil. The veil is very thin. The only thing that stops you and from going behind it is your reality and your perception. Other than that, you could go behind that veil and you can mingle with the other side if you choose to, and it is allowed, but only in certain consciousness, because you got to have the right consciousness that'll let you go in there. Otherwise, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't come over here unless they have it in the right consciousness, because it's a attached world that we are in here, in the material world, and it's a lot of senses that is attached to things, you know, and it causes fear, all kinds of disruption in your physical and mental realities. Your spirit doesn't bulk to it because it holds the you know, the energy of the source, and it holds the whole thing, you know, like it's in the head, so it knows where it's at, it knows who he is, and it knows how to hold its place. But it has to get the two to come with it now, and that has been somewhat of a challenge, of a, you know, to merge them three together and have them in perfect harmony. Yeah, where they work totally with each other. Haven't had any since earlier, so I got to get me a little potty poo before I start here. But so somebody said something to me today on one of my groups. I have a group that I guide on the WhatsApp app, and one of the group soul groups members said something to me. He mentioned a name. He said something in a. Let me see what he said, because I want to bring that out. I told him it was very good how he put it out there, so I could bring it in a message to you. You know. Because he hit on a point there. Let me see. He said, no, that wasn't it. Okay, I'm going to have to go up a little button, so. No, that one. Maybe he's on the other side. I think it was on the group when he spoke it, maybe. Let's see. I don't even see it now. Boy. Let's see, I know I should have wrote it down, because I know me, I forget. I don't forget it, but looking at anything with words or typing or that doesn't spell spirit, it sends me down in the low, and then it's totally unfunctional for me. I'm back, you know, unless I'm right there, you know, which I normally am. And so anyway, it's okay, because maybe it wasn't meant for me to give it to you tonight. So, oh boy, yeah, it was great too. I have to get it later, because I was talking to him about himself, and he and oh, I know what it was, and he was being in denial of who he is, and so are you. You know, all of you are being in denial of who you are, but until you find out who you are, you're not going to come away from that world of reality in 3D thinking or living accordingly to the natural man. You're not going to know who you are, because the natural man believes he is the man. He's not the man. He's the one. He's just the physical body that is carrying it around, but he is not the one that is in there. The one is who you need to find out who it is. It's the character. This body's not the character. It can't even move unless you moved it. The conscious has to move this body. And then the mentality, you know. Everything has to work in those threes. So the conscious is moving, but you are locked into the subconscious, so you haven't been receiving any fresh manner information to give you any more instructions or any other ways of creating any other thoughts to align with, so that you can move away from just the same old repeated life and world that you've been repeating forever. So the things that you're doing now on this timeline, you did it on other timelines. And you know what else? You could have switched partners, whoever you may be, and whoever you having any type of a sting with, or whatever you got going on. Normally, when that happens, you and them have switched places. One of you was doing the same thing to the other one on another timeline, and you decide to switch places, come in this time, and then you try it on the different sides. Parents and children switch places all the time. That's why I say they're not your children, and they're not your mom and your dad. If you consider when I say that, what do you feel when I say, do you have a feeling with that? When I say mom, dad, is there a feeling in there? Where is it coming in? Tell me what the feeling is. Right here, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's an attachment, honey. They are not your mom, they're not your dad, and they're not your children. They are conscious incarnated into the bodies. And you are decided to be the parent or the host to parent them until they are able to go on. But you don't have nothing to parent yourself with, so how are you going to parent them? They done blinded you by the day of the night, or the night of the day, whatever way you want to put it, by the dark itself and the moonlight of the moonlight. You've been blind, don't you know? Of course. What do you know that pertains to the great and wonderful source of all? What do you know about that? How do you sum it up? Have you even thought about considering what is and what isn't? Have you? No, you haven't. Because why? Because you've been spooled in school. School. It's your spelling time. Time to go spelling. Spell me. You think it ain't spell, honey? Yes, spell. And they spell you right on in there. Oh, well, let's learn about history. What? We have to learn. Oh, we want to learn about the presidents and how they vote and what you got to do to become a president. And then you learn about, what's his name there? Long John shoot the gun. Daniel Boone, whoever. That ain't your history. You don't have history here unless you are tapped in to the history that it originated when the planet began. And this is not a planet. This is a spaceship. And you're in school right now. But we're talking in other years' timelines when the planet was existing and yet still do exist today, but you're not on it. You're on top of it. Maybe, yeah, you're not on it. You're on top, inside of a spaceship. Your planet is called the underworld. That's where you're really supposed to be at. That's where you really go. And Asgard. All those names pertain to you and your life and your past. Your past didn't start here in this vessel. And no, it didn't. And this vessel has been a trap for you for many times after times, coming in and going out, not ever remembering what you did on the last life that you came in on. And when you went back out, they wipe your memory and send you back in. You never had time to wake up to know who you are, because they put a little soul trap in so that they would keep you in their enslaved mentality. Oh, yeah, they did a good job on you, trust me. They laid it out for you real Nice. And they would have kept having you, not only having you as a slave, because they don't know how to handle you. And so they eventually had made a plan to put you in a robotic mind and robotic body, and you would not be no more human race. They was planning on wiping your race out and bringing you back in as robotic humans or whatever they want to call you. Stretch scans. Now they do stretch scans. Marilyn, what her name? Mary Margot of the princess over there in the quarters over in London. I don't see because I know too much, so I don't mess with cuckoo things. But I do want to let you know that Diana will be back on the planet if you anywhere around to see. She never left, but she's still here. She'll be taking back her seat as queen moves out. And she has daughters, and a daughter, I think it is, or the one guy that she was with. And a lot of them coming back, the ones that you think left from out of Hollywood. Oh, no, they ain't gone. Oh, and they go way back, a long ways back. That's probably where they say the graves will be open and all that. You know what I'm saying? That would be the graves opening because things are much different than what you have been indoctrinated to believe. It's not at all that way. In fact, it's nothing like that. It's totally out of humans or human or mankind's control. You have none, and you never did. Yeah, fortunate you're being controlled by a machine. Because that's all you are, is a little bitty little, what they call Mario. Ken Dunn says it's a Mario and a PSD. So that's what you are, a Mario and a PSD, and that's all you are, really. Because you got a bigger you playing your PSD game. Your place is to rise up in the game and become the controller and not the game itself. Yeah, that's what we have to do. And so that game, I will have to bring that to you one day in a nice little puzzle so I can show it to you, and nice and sweet. See here, right here, this is where it starts, and this is what's been going on ever since. And they changed the game all the time. Dungeons and Dragons. Go back there. How long has this been built? How long? Excuse me. You tell me. How I smoke, so I definitely need some water. How long has that game been on the planet in reality? I can guarantee you that it hasn't been in as much as today in reality as it is today. As much in the past, but in today, it is in reality every turn. At least for me it is, maybe because I know it or I see it. That's why it's in my reality. Yeah, so, and I've been sort of tampering with it, as for studying it. So it's in my reality because of that. So let's do some workout, huh? Okay, so come on. You ready? I hope so, because I am ready. Yeah, so what I want to talk about is the slave. Okay. What I want to talk about is the slave, the enslaved mentality that you were put inside of. probably was pretty stiff today. I've been having a hard time just um, keeping myself busy, but not busy, and that's not easy to do. Be one or the other, but to be both, that's hard. I'm turning the fan on now because I'm a little warm, and I need to get some fresh air. So, let's do one more. You want to? And then we can do some slave mentality recognition. Okay. See where you're at. See if you still want to continue, or do you want to leave and go free? You want to be free, or you want to stay in the lockdown of the 3D mentality world, conscious, subconscious? Which one? You want to go free, or do you want to stay in the slave man or the straw man? Who you are? Is that what your name is? Straw man. Straw man. Who is the straw man? Have you ever heard of the straw man? Oh, you haven't? Well, I suggest that you go to your library, because they got you a library there for you to learn about you. Okay? It's in there. They ain't going to tell you it's in there. Well, you would think they are fools, or they smart. They got to be smarter than you. They know that the slave mentality exists, but they don't know how it exists, because if they did, they wouldn't be in it themselves. So, their boss ain't going to tell them so much unless they're going to drink the blood. If they drink some blood, then they'll tell them a lot more, because then they get you more into their world, okay? So you can feed their hierarchies, you see? Because everything feeds off of itself. Everything has whatever it needs to feed off itself, but to receive energy in. And as you lose energy, you must gain it back. And so you must have a way to refuel. And what do you refuel off of? The vegetables, the meat, the corn, and the pies, and all the cakes. You refuel, though, right? And all the poison, which is what it is. All poison, considering that you're not making your own food. You got someone else looking out for you. Oh, really? The ones who put you under the spell to make you think one way or another, and you letting them make your food. What the world? Oh, yeah, and let's not forget about those pills. All those pills they give you. Here, you want this, and then they want to make it look like they're protecting you by taking them off the market. They ain't protecting you nothing. They don't care about you. They never did, and they never will. What they care about is what they get paid to stick a needle in your ass or dump those pills down your throat. That's what they care about. And the doctors, too. You think they care about your cancer parents, patients, children? Oh, why do we have a big old hospital worth of cancer children on the planet? Give me a break. What the? Excuse me? Where's your mentality at? What mind are you thinking? Why do you need a whole hospital? Not only one. You got 100 of them on the damn planet with cancer children in it. What? Excuse me. Wake up. Please, for your own nick's sake. Oh, no, we're going to church, and we're going to reach this church. And you ain't seeing nothing what's going on out here among you. Oh, well, somebody get arrested last night. Police called. Policy enforcers. Police ass. Police. Policy enforcers. Whose policy are they enforcing? Certainly not yours, but they're glad for you to call them. Oh, yeah, call them. Yeah, go ahead. Because all they want is what they want. And they do the crime and you pay the time every day. Oh, honey, yeah. And the CIA and the FBI, oh, yeah, you think they ain't the one? They are the main ones with the military backing them up, and they got their own military. Yeah. And they have been running over your planet forever, as long as you had your eyes closed, even though they put it in front of you, because there was rule on the planet that you must, universal rule. If you're going to do anything to anyone or whatever you do, you must tell the ones that you're with before you do it. Oh, so they did. We put it in a movie. Oh, we put it on the news. Oh, we put it in a newspaper. Or we just put it on big old bulletins. And we put it in our patents. And we slipped it in these papers here that gives you the regulations and the rules. But we also put them in a dumb down mind so they don't go look for it. You see? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're not going to go look for it. Why? Because you know not to. Because they don't mean nothing. They ain't about nothing. I don't want nothing about no government. I don't want nobody. I just want to get me a bottle and drink it. I just want to do what No. You just not want to be back to yourself. You want to be, what you call dead as a doorknob. Yeah. Because, see, when you left Mother Nature, your home planet, and you totally walked away from the energy that she put out for you, and you became like the rotten children. Rotten children. There you go. Line them up. Who's the Rothschilds? And what entity is walking around in their body? Huh? You see me? You see my body? Did I not tell you that I'm not human? Huh? You think I am, right? Because I'm in the body. You think I am because you've seen the body around you a long time enough. Well, I beg your pardon. I walked in it. Okay? 2017. I walked in this one. There you go. And we walking in them all the time. You just never knew. And you know what else they do? They clone all the time. So are you a clone or not? If you're not in my soul family, you may be. You know, if you know a soul family, then you're not, because that means you're real. But if you got, those that's next door to you could be cloned. You wouldn't know it, because they're not in the movie. They're just the backdrops. You, as the soul families, are in the movie, and you're playing your part. Trust me. You may not know it, but you are, because this is your last time on the planet as of this life and this way. The whole race of mankind or civilization will change the appearance in the next time coming through. So this was the last of the crop. So 3D that you was in as the metrics and the machine of AI. Well, you can't live here unless you're in AI anyway. Yet, the 3D part of it is leaving off of this planet. And it's going away. Because that would be considered hell. Yeah. So, hell has its layers in it, though, so keep that in mind. It goes as dark, and then as dark as light. Dark. You see how it gets lighter. So, as dark, and as dark as light. That's hell. And then you go on in, and you get halfway between, all the way into the light. You spend time in purgatory, which is called 4D. 4D is called purgatory. And in purgatory, there's layers. And you come up. When you first go in purgatory, it's real gray. Very murky, yeah. And you got to work your way out of that mercury. Come on up. And you're in the solar plexus. That's your Mercury. That's your 4D. And you got to get out of this here. So you got things in you that you don't want to deal with, or that you haven't dealt with, or whatever it may be, that it brings you in certain energies and different things that you know that is not good for you, or you know what I'm saying? It doesn't serve you in the best of yourself. You got to let it go. I don't care what it is. You must let it go. It can be your own child. I've had to make that one the one. He's not my really child, but he is my child in the conscious of the thoughts, which would be Yeshua. But he's really Yahweh's son, yeah. But in the conscious of the thought, he's a Yeshua, and he's in that center, in that crown up there. But I'll be talking in the spirit now. Don't get me mixed up. I'm taking back to the spirit. So, but here, I am Gaia, and I am Lord Shiva, but I also am Gaia. So, and Gaia and Zeus would have been him, because they incarnate in here in whatever energy they want to come in on to fix whatever they need to fix. And they can come in all those energies, and they do. And then one can get out of there and go into another body and walk into that body and use it for their energy. They're open vessels, and you are too, as long as you are not aware that you, because the dark ones could come into you too, you know what I'm saying? But if you are not open for them to come in, they won't. You got to be open enough to let them get in there. But they can. They walk in you anytime, as long as you're open. You're not open, then they can't get in. But, yeah, so it's called changing of conscience. That's all it is. And that's all they're doing, changing of conscience. Now, the right way and the most best way is to agree. Like my conscience and the other conscience that was in the body before I walked in agreed before I come here that I would walk in and that she would leave, okay? That was our agreement, and that's the best way. But not all the time you get an agreement to walk in. And if you're in the other energy of the dark side of working in yourself, of the source, they don't, the Satanisms and the Luciferians, they don't ask you to do many things. They'll just kill you and clone you, and they have it done anyway. So you're nothing to them once you sign that paper, because that's all it takes. Once you sign that piece of paper, and I don't care where you sign it, that's why they've been having you sign on the line whenever you go. Sign here, sign what? You know, sign here. All these contracts, signing you under some bull. Shit, dead, life, dead it. And that's what you call a sin. Now you want to know what sin is? That one, debt. But they made it so that you could enjoy it so pleasantly. Here, just go ahead and sign. Won't you just keep signing, honey? We just printing the money for you. A piece of paper. That's all you're getting. Because we already stole your gold, and we gave it to the queen. You know, your gold been gone. So that's what you've been brought back in. Your life substance that was taken away from you forever. And now it's coming back, but they don't tell you that way. So they make it look like the government is giving it to you, which is totally effing up. Because, and what I'm aware of, they're putting the seniors and the disabled and all of them and the veterans on the back burner. What the hell is going on this planet? You've been pushing them back forever, and now you still want to push them back. Excuse me? Who's been teaching you anything? Where do you get your... We know where you get it from. Oh, nobody cares about them. And I know you don't. I see it on here all the time. I sure do. And you just... Do you know where they come from? Do you know anything about them? No, you don't. You don't even know what it takes for them to have come into many times, and yet live a life that they know going to take them down and destroy them in the energy that they were in until they got older. Because that energy, that body is not 3D, is not made to rise like I'm taking with this one. It was never made too long as you was locked in that 3D because you didn't have nothing to rise it with. You need information to get vibrations. And so if without information, you don't have vibrations. You see? And so, and that means that you cannot raise the consciousness of the body and of the mind. They have one too. And that's how you got to get the vibrations going, because you get the information. And then the vibrations move, because when you receive energy, it's like, information, because it brings light in, pop that dark in your mind, and then you're like, ooh, you see it, and you go, oh, yeah, light come on like the baby, bam, okay? That's what happens. And you get another thing, and you keep getting those pops, but, they're not like I'm doing, but they come in, downloads they call, so energy come in, bring it in to you. And so life has planted you into a slave mentality, mind, and life. And you have been in it on and off, many, many years and timelines. Because for some dinky reason, your presidents, whoever they were at the time, go back and look, it was Eisenhower, was the first one from my relations of this 3D crap. They, rather than listen to the light to do what the light asked them to do, they went to the dark, and the dark had a sign on the dotted line. And your planet will be every so much of the greatest country there ever was. Yeah, it sure was the greatest country it ever was. The greatest corporation. That they made a country after they incorporated it. Sure is, because you're going to have all the better slaves. So we're going to really make you happy. Give me a break. I don't know if I even want to go back to working out on this video anymore, because I done got hot with you guys. Let me check the time. Okay, we're about 41, so I'm going to do a little workout, then I'm going to let you go, because I still got to bring that enslaved back to you. In fact, I may just let that one go, because, I'm fired up, and that's all it takes for me to get up here and just get fired up, and then I give it to you. But I hope you got something, because I'm real, and my goal in my life is made to bring you the truth, and that's what I'm doing. And I don't bring nothing unless I am. Okay, what I'm gonna bring if I don't have it? Same when I tell you, how are you gonna give me some love when you don't have love for yourself? Where you gonna get it from? Huh? Tell me, come on. Oh, you may have this much, but how much do I need? And how much do you got to give me? If you give me that little bit you got, then where you going to get it from? Huh? You going to tap back in that little bit? You got to get it from source. And then you got to bring it in. And you got to it's got to come up. Oh, and then you get in the heart, in the hole, and here. And that's where you find love at. The real one, not the L. Yeah, source is in there. Source of all things and all places and all people. That's source in there. And then, because that's in your Asgard. Your Asgard heaven. That's where Asgard is at. Asgard, living in the heart chakra. Yeah. And then that's your reality song too. Same color, green reality song. That's to change your realities to it. And so these here, they work together. And you gotta have this working. And I've found many of you men on the planet don't use your voice like you need to, and the women use theirs way over. So what do we have? Because they have put you this time now. Majority of you men is a woman in a man's body, and majority of us women is a man in a woman's body. Because there are several reasons why. I'm not going to tell you at this time because I don't want you to get into the next time. So, okay, let you go, and I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this little short video that I had for you, and I hope I gave you something to tie in with some of the things that I've already gave you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're first time coming, make sure you subscribe to me for me, and I'm glad you came. I hope you come back, and hope I can have some more for you in the future. I'm gonna keep getting it to you and keep bringing it out so you can see it eventually. Eventually you'll catch it. I mean, I'm aware that what I'm bringing here, it ain't gonna be too many that's gonna view me, and I know this. Why? Because I got something that's way over your head, and it is. I'm aware of that. I don't have too many conversations with anybody in this planet. Not at this time, because there's no one that can handle it or can bring it back or receive it. Either way, most of them can't receive it. Every blue moon, I found one that can. Well, he's been in the drugs long enough. He got this open. That's what's going to open it up for you. But if you take that and you get open up here before you open down here, you're going to be messed up. So drugs will open it, but not if you're not fixed these lines. You got to balance your root chakra. And a lot of you don't have your root chakra balanced. Why? Because you haven't even know how to plant a dang flower. And you're going to have to learn that. You got to learn how to what are the roots at. You got to get down in the dirt. You got to, and half of you, once you got done crawling, if you crawl, then your parents just loved you all the time. They didn't even give a chance to walk or nothing. And you left home early. You didn't know how to do nothing. So you don't have, yeah. You don't have to get back. We're making fields for you. Put you out there in the field and do some fruit picking and vegetable planting and hemp planting and gardening and just whatever. And then we do some canning. Because we got to go back and make our own food. Why? Because your country sold you out to the Dracos. Yeah, and the Rockefellers, in the Rothschilds, rotten children. Okay, and they brought you in and what they call it, hybrided you. So every one of us got mixed in these bodies, mixed alien blood in you. You know, so we gotta raise your conscious, raise your vibration. You release that bloodline out of your system. You bring on your other DNA, and it starts firing off. It comes online. You come back to home. You're leaving Rome, and you're going back home. So, okay, all right. I enjoyed every minute that I've had here with you, and please don't forget my donations. I'm going to put something else on there so you can know it's for a fundraising for the African orphanage that I'm looking after over in Africa. I'm still wearing some colors, and I got to play. That was one of the African songs. I got to play the other one. And so I wear these colors for the African country, so that I represent the Africans and my orphanage that I'm looking after. And they don't have food over there like you have. Government does not take care of Africa. None whatsoever. And that is the poorest country, one of the poorest countries. But yet, and we need to turn our heads and start looking out away from us for a minute. When you got your us back first. But if you ain't your us or your you might as well stay where you at, because you need your you, and you need your you self, and you need your me. But you can do it in your you self. You can look at someone and give them a hand. But in this one, you might as well just forget it. You can. You can turn. That's how you turn your karma anyway. You turn it from the bad into the good, and you start sorting the good out. And then eventually you'll come on out of it. You see? Okay, honey. I love you guys. I love all of you. Namaste.